Flare 301 Toronto Tower, good evening. Just give me a radio check. How do you read me now? I read you as well, 5 by 5. Thank you very much, Flare 301. Airborne, you can contact departure on 132.8. The winds, didn't even get the winds up yet. Winds are showing 300 at 7. Clear takeoff runway 23. Yep. Is that Delta 8970 just taxiing in? Okay, perfect. Thanks. I just see you move, and I'm just like, Okay, thanks. All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another stream with the Captain Nabs here on the YouTube channel this evening. And let me just see if I can pull this up correctly here. There we are. This evening, we are going to be helping out in the Toronto area. Today, we're going to be Toronto Tower. Center was taken, arrival was taken. Best thing I can do is sort of help out and work the third kind of level of ATC. So this evening we're going to be working Toronto Tower here. So here is our airport right in front of us. We just cleared flare for takeoff. Delta 8970 on the taxi in. I think he missed Alpha Juliet there, but anyways, no big deal. And yeah, otherwise not a whole lot going on yet, but hopefully we'll get it busy. That's what I'm hoping anyways for everyone to see some activity here. So I'm just waiting to see what happens here. For some reason I have, no, that's an arrival. He arrived, and this guy has no flight plan received so far, so that's why I don't have anybody in my departure list at all. I was just trying to see if I could figure out why I had no departures, but that's because there's nobody in the list, so there we go. Looks like we got one guy turning final, another guy just about to turn final. So we got a couple of arrivals here. Hopefully we get some departures now. So anybody that wants to, feel free to come on down to Toronto. It's going to probably be a fun little evening. We got some good quality ATC across the board. And there he goes. I am going to, what I'm going to do now is I'm also going to tune in that Toronto arrival frequency, just because right now it's kind of boring on my frequency. If I could spell, that would help. So we're just going to go ahead. We're just going to go ahead and listen in on that. Alright, so I've got all the targets up there right now just so we can see who's coming. We got the Air Canada 756 inbound, JetBlue inbound. Delta 683 there. And it looks like, yeah, it looks... Guys having a very busy evening. I stepped on at the right time to, I think, kind of help out here. So, good stuff. Hopefully it'll get, we'll get a little bit more traffic in and out of Toronto as the evening goes on. And if anybody else steps away from a position, we may take a different position on as well. There we go, information. Lima's up now. I just see you have a whole bunch of departures out of city there. You want to put up an ATC in city and I'll take over Toronto? Did you have information, Lima? Was that the one? Kilo. Perfect. Alright. So he's got lots of stuff going on. So, and actually, let me just do this really quickly here. Let's see here. Arrivals 24 left. Departures runway 23. And then that should allow me to put up an ATIS. Air Canada 756 Heavy, Toronto Tower, good evening. Winds are 290 at 4. You're clear to land, 24 left. Alright, we got an outbound here. Let's just check his flight plan. Believe he's got the wrong. Just gonna check over something here. Tell you, this arrival controller certainly sounds like he's working hard, though. Yeah, so he's on the wrong star. Air Canada 756, welcome to Toronto. Taxi Delta 4 and Delta cross runway 24 right and 33 right. And do you have a gate assignment? Air Canada 756, you can enter at Alpha Mike. Okay, so I almost gave him an incorrect flight there, but no, we fixed it actually. So I almost gave him incorrect information for Canada 296, but we fixed it. So we got Air Canada 7. JetBlue 494, Toronto Tower, good evening. The winds are showing. Winds are showing 280 at 4, clear to land, 24 left. We've got a number of aircraft. We got a number of aircraft here anyway, so hopefully it'll get even more interesting as the evening goes on. One thing I almost wish is I had the tower view up and running, but quite a few VFR targets out there, though. This guy is really working hard in the terminal here tonight. There is no Bravo here. Yeah, GTG. Alright, there goes our Canada 756, crossing the other runway. Where did she come from anyways? Can't even tell anymore with these with this new flight strip, too much information put into the aircraft data here. San Francisco, so yeah, Alpha Mike's a good entry. Got another one stacking up for arrival here. Hopefully we'll get some departures going here in a little bit. Yeah, as always though, the streams always start off a little bit quiet. That's what I always find, is these streams start off kind of quiet and they build up after a little while. So if you guys want to talk about anything, ask any questions, please do. Like I said, this is the way I always find it happens. It always starts off a little slow, and then as the evening goes on, people see the ATC here, they tend to log in and do more and more. But it's sort of, there's always a delayed reaction. It's a dog in the center. Yeah, those fireworks will drive the dogs nuts. Some dogs, anyway. Some dogs just sleep through it, but some dogs get very upset about it. I've had both. Delta 683, Toronto Tower, good evening. Traffic is just vacating ahead. The winds are 270 at 4, clear to land, 24 left. JetBlue 494, welcome to Toronto. Continue taxi Delta 4, cross runway 24 right, Delta cross runway 33 right, and do you have a specific gate in mind? JetBlue 494, Roger, standby 1. Just got to figure out where he came from. And he came from Chicago, so. And JetBlue 494, we'll assign you gate 167. So after crossing 33 right, taxi Alpha Alpha Lima for 167. JetBlue 494, you got it. Thank you very much for flying in. We'll see you soon. Let's see if I have an arrival. There's my arrival aircraft list. That's what I'm looking for. So she's at like 165. He's going to 167, so we'll just start assigning some gates that way. And let's also do this. Oh, that's funny. That doesn't work. That's funny. That doesn't work. Because in the ground view, I do not have... I'm going to put my arrivals down here, because in the ground view, I do not have my navcan interface. Which makes it look that my list is just floating there. Slowly learning things as we go here. Yeah, I wish I'd had the foresight to log in on my other computer, and then I could have had a tower view up and running for this evening, and we could have watched the airplanes landing in Toronto. But not going to be feasible now with this computer. So we'll just have to live with it. If I'm thinking about it for like a major event, I'll do it. I'll have it set up for a major event, but Air Canada 296, your read back is all correct. Push back. Sorry, which gate did you say you're at? Air Canada 296, push back approved, tail to the south, and call ready for taxi. So we'll give him the push, because he's got to go up 2-3 anyway, so might as well tail south, and then he's facing the right way to begin with. No sense in backtracking. Try to keep the operation as efficient as possible. That's one of the goals of air traffic control, is just to keep the operation efficient whenever possible. Is this his flight plan? Yes. That's why there was a blue line there. Delta 683, welcome to Toronto. Right turn when able and say parking. Delta 683, okay. We're going to assign you gate, let's make it Bravo 14. Taxi Delta 2, cross 24 right, Echo, Delta, cross 33 right, Alpha, and Alpha Tango for Bravo 14. Alpha and Alpha Tango. You got it. Yeah. Hey, at the end of a flight, you're lucky if you can put a couple numbers together, right? Yeah. That's the funny thing, is trying to throw lots of things at people. He's on a flight from Atlanta, 2.5 hours. It's not a ridiculous flight, but it's workload. It's some workload, and it's going to wear on somebody, so it definitely makes it no problem. Thanks for visiting. Well, oh God, yes. No, not at all. Are you what sim are you using default in? Yeah, that one's not too great for sure. I've gotten so used to the flight temp is totally worth it. It kills your frame rate, but totally worth it. Yeah, probably. Yeah, you probably have, because I think that P3D stuff dates back to before that pier was built. Oh, on tomorrow or Monday? Well, maybe I'll be around. Who knows? Shoot me a message. Never hurts. Probably say no, but. Oh, when is that? Is that tomorrow? Okay, yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's okay. I got flooded with work now. I have taken over Vancouver. Suddenly, it's like, oh my God, the floodgates open. I had no idea how much work sometimes everybody wants something, and yep, that's exactly what I feel now. Air Canada 296, Toronto, your mic's coming in a little bit weak. You got a lot of background noise there, but I believe you said you're ready for taxi. So for runway 23, information is Lima and the altimeter 3013. Taxi out Alpha Kilo, Alpha, and Hotel. Hold short 23. Stand by. Okay, 296. And actually, for now, Alpha Kilo, hold short of Alpha. You've just got one traffic coming up behind you on the left. All right, I'm going to kill the other frequency for a second here because now it's becoming too distracting. Okay, at 296, you should see the traffic pop out just behind your left wing in about another 10 seconds or so. It's a northbound Delta 737. Okay, 296, perfect. Just behind him, up Alpha for Alpha Hotel for 23. Scandinavian 8073 Toronto Tower, good evening. Winds 270 at 4, clear to land 24 left. And here we go, we got the planes coming now. We got a guy going to Halley. Let's see here, dead key 4 Alaba, that looks good. 350, that all looks good. Everything's assigned. Perfect. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Sorry, who's flying around Toronto, not talking to anybody? Or are you more concerned for the terminal controller? Got lots of planes flying around tonight, though, I tell ya. It's a busy evening around Toronto, and even little places that I don't normally expect to see. Like VFR has really made a huge comeback in this world ever since MSFS. Yeah, no, don't worry about it. I just need to sort of kick my butt into gear. Tomorrow I'm gonna do nothing but focus on a whole bunch of stuff that needs to get done. So hopefully I'll make some progress tomorrow. I will make that a point in our next staff meeting because yeah, we just had one just the other day, and that they were talking about something. I can't remember what they were talking about now, but I will definitely get Josh to talk to you anyways for sure. Yes, that's right. They were talking about that too. Do we? I don't know. Oh yeah, yeah. They approached us, so yeah, they just asked for some staff. So I will. Yeah, well, I mean, I guess probably the best thing is tell Josh and Emily tomorrow to reach out to them and hassle them. Say, hey, why did you not tell the departure field the same thing? Yeah, you're not going to get anything if you don't talk to the right people. So, yeah. Go to bed. Go to bed. Have a good night. Alright, got a few more, then looks like we're going to have a little bit of a lull here in the arrivals for a little while, but we got people thinking about it anyways. We got still a bunch of airplanes here, so we got a couple airplanes logged in, not going anywhere yet. Scandi 8073, welcome to Toronto. Right turn when you're able, and do you have a parking spot assigned? Scandinavian 8073, Roger. And I see you missed Delta 4, no problem. Taxi Delta 6, Delta, Alpha, and Alpha Lima for 163. Cross runways 24 right and 33 right. Scandinavian 8073, taxi Delta 6, Delta, Alpha, and Alpha Lima, cross runway 24 right and 33 right.
Delta 6, Delta, Alpha Lima, cross 24 right.
Scandinavian 8073 correct, and also clear to cross 33 right.
And cross 33 right. Thank you, 8073 heavy.
No problem. A lot of work sometimes doing everything. A lot of work doing when you're single pilot in the flight deck can be a large workload. And it looks like that center control or the arrival controller is getting ready to log off already, so we'll have to coordinate that with terminal. So we may do a position change here in the not too far future if things stay interesting. All that I3 power, multiple FIRs, and you're on tower. That is right, because I am not too full of myself to operate the tower for a little while. Tower can be fun, especially if you're doing ground as well. And there's lots of stuff to do sometimes. Stand by. Just go ahead, actually. I was gonna ask you arrivals, or how busy is your center? Are you leaving right now, or are you in a couple minutes? Yeah, you. Sorry. Okay, so let me get this guy airborne, and then we'll talk about it. Air Canada 296, contact Toronto arrival 132.8 when you're airborne. The wind's showing 300 at 7. Clear for takeoff, runway 23. Anthony, you there? Okay. So we're going to set up potentially a position change here and move myself up to either departure or arrival to sort of help share this workload, because tower is not a totally swamping workload, but it's fun to do sometimes. And the only thing that I'm kind of missing right now, and I wish I had done, and if I had known I was going to be tower, I would have done it, is I would have used the other computer, and I would have. Do you want to split the terminal? Do you want to take the arrivals? I'll do the departures, or how busy are you in center? Yeah? Okay, so then I'll just take arrival, and when you leave, then I'll just take center. Okay, cool. If you, yeah, if that's what works for you, I mean, whenever you're ready, I don't want to push you out. Whenever you're ready, don't feel pushed out. Alright, so let me see here. So we're going to switch it up here because the arrival and the center controller are going to eventually leave here, so we're going to take over the whole thing. Let me just see here. Yeah, I think I got nobody else. I got my one guy taken off there. Yeah. Zach, do you just want to monitor the tower frequency? I've just got the Scandi taxiing in, that's all I got right now. And the Air Canada 296 already cleared for takeoff. Just then he doesn't even have to change frequencies. You can just monitor tower frequency that way. Cool. Okay, so we're going to do a little shift change here. So we're just going to make sure we're all logged in correctly here. Make sure I've got the center frequency up here. Nope, that's not right. Let me see if I can just find it here. Okay, and he just departed, so he's going there. Okay, and let me just fix this as well. Okay, I am up and running. Very good. And no, is there Montreal? Yeah, there is Montreal online. Okay. Sure. Yeah, that works for me. Sorry, where's the HN or NHV? I didn't see where he is. I got too much stuff on my screen. Oh, he's that guy. Okay, yes, I see him now. Yep. I saw him earlier and I forgot the call sign. Okay. 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 I got it all. My control. Thank you, sir. Okay, so we just finished the controller briefing and the handoff here, so now... so now we got the center at our disposal as well. Because the arrival controller is also going to flip off very soon, so we're trying to sort of cover... I'm just always trying to cover as much ATC as possible. That's kind of my goal, personally, is just to always provide the highest level of ATC that I can to the most number of pilots possible. Alright, so now we've got... center, so we've got this one guy inbound to Toronto here. We got this one guy inbound to Muskoka. This guy's inbound to Parry Sound, and then this guy up north is also inbound to Toronto, and he's going to show up on our southern view here very soon. He's just hiding behind my various screens there. Alright, so we got this all worked out, I think, now. But yeah, no, it's not a bad thing to do tower. I enjoy tower, as long as it's a little bit busy, as long as there's some traffic to work through. But I don't mind tower. I like tower. It's kind of a fun job, and especially when you're multitasking and doing all the tasks all at once. So if you're just doing just tower and not ground and not delivery, then it can get pretty boring pretty quickly. But if you're doing ground and tower and delivery, then you know, it's a lot of stuff happening all at once. It gets kind of fun. I enjoy it. Alright, so this guy, he's also, I should have him tagged up as well. And I believe that's it. Let's see here. Now I have to check the other thing here. Simultaneous handoffs. Yeah, I was going to say, you wanted me to just keep him? Okay, sounds good. Air Canada 296 Toronto, good evening. Continue climb, flight level 240. November Hotel Victor, Toronto, runway 23 in Toronto. I believe you were given that already. The information's Lima. When ready, descend flight level 240. Air Canada 374 Heavy, continue descent 8,000.
Continue down to 8,000, Air Canada 374.
Yeah, I'm ready. Perfect. Is he going to Terminal 3 or? Okay, perfect. Alright, sounds good. Alright, my control. Sweet, thanks. All right, I went from having no airspace to having the whole thing to myself. I guess I just scare people away like that. So I went from being being the lowly tower controller, to having everything. Let's see here. So if anybody wants any fun, come on down to the Toronto Center is online. Yep, see you later. And we got lots of traffic to keep everyone busy. So to keep me busy and to keep you busy, to provide some company as well. So by all means, if you want to come down here to the Toronto FIR and have some fun, we got ATC until 4 Zulu. So another 2 hours of ATC. So you got lots of time to get in here and do it. So please feel free to come on down here. They changed that arrival so it's a little more direct now. I remember that arrival. Yes. Hold on. Air Canada 2311 Toronto, good evening. You are cleared to Salt Lake City via the GoPup Tree departure, SLAP transition, and flight plan route. Departure runway 23, squawk code 0564. Air Canada 2311, that's all correct. What stand are you parked at?
We are currently at stand 144 there.
Air Canada 2311, thank you. Give me a call when you're ready for the push and start, please.
We'll call you when ready for push and start.
Yeah, so I think you only had one student on your student list there. Was that right? Oh, hold on. Canadian Express 007, did you want to cancel the IFR now, or do you want to just do a visual approach?
Yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll cancel IFR this time and just do the visual.
Okay, Canadian Express 007, your IFR cancellation is received, and do you want to cancel the alerting services as well, or keep those to the ground?
Yeah, we can cancel radar services now too.
Canadian Express 007, okay, all flight services are cancelled, and you can switch to the local frequency for the arrival, and have yourself a good rest of the night. The local, it's the Muskoka altimeter. Oh, I don't have it ready for you, sorry. It's 3009er.
3009, you got that lined up what we got, and we'll go to local advisory. Thanks for the help tonight, Toronto Center. We'll talk to you next time. Thanks for that.
Thank you, good night. Sorry. So do you have anybody kind of on your plate right now? And do you want to take one or two? Because I see there's a couple starting to form in this waiting list here. And I got people emailing me almost every day now asking about things. Hold on it. on with training. Air Canada 374, descend 4,000. I'm not, but I am by default just because there is no chief instructor. So for now, I am the chief instructor. Yeah, he sort of had his way of doing things, and that I think he's been in the job too long. I think that's part of it too. He was just doing it for too long. November Hotel Victor, descend 12, 2000, Toronto altimeter 3013. Yeah, I would appreciate that help, just sort of for organizing and getting this training going again. Because yeah, I've got that's probably the biggest thing is the training's kind of in a weird place, and we need to get it a bit more organized again. So yeah, no, exactly. So yeah, I would like to simplify some things. So yeah, if you are willing to do that, yeah, when I'm not controlling, we should definitely sit down and just outline some of the stuff that needs to get perhaps changed, make it a little bit more straightforward and more like the rest of Canada. I think one thing I want to do is as well, and that's something I talked to the group when I had the meeting the other night, is we're gonna bring the CSIT tags in. We're gonna stop using the Mattias tags here because I just think they're too cluttered, they're too big, and they take up so much of the screen you can't even read anything half the time. So we're gonna bring the normal tags back to or into Vancouver, which will be nice. And yeah, I've got a few other things that I want to get done, and we got to get this LOA with Seattle done. But yeah, if you can help me out with some of the training stuff. One thing I want to do this weekend, actually, if you can help me. Oh, here it is. Air Canada 463, Toronto, good evening. Climb, flight level 320. Air Canada 374, I see you made the turn at Mayrod anyways without an instruction. You can continue on the present heading, descend 3,000. Air Canada 374, and actually now turn left heading 270 for the intercept. Cleared the ILS 24 left. Sorry, what was I saying? Oh yes, because I was going to try and do this tomorrow, but if you have the time and you can help me out, I just wanted to make like a one-page sheet that kind of just explains what the CSIT tag looks like, what the different things on it mean, and where to click to change things, like where to click to change the altitude and the heading and direct 2 points and all that stuff. Just something that we could literally, just like one page that we could just put in a PDF and just show to all the controllers and say, like, we're trying over the next month or so, because I'd like over the next month or so to get everybody in Vancouver onto that tag instead of the Mattias tag. Yeah, exactly. So we're gonna get rid of that. We're gonna bring everybody in Vancouver. Everyone that has used it likes it. They said, "Oh, it's nice. It's small. It's compact. The information I mostly need is there very easily." So yeah. So I was just gonna start with just the old-fashioned CSIT from CanScope, just because the Situ has no real documentation yet. So I don't want to throw like a really big change. I'd rather get the tag change first, and then we'll deal with the Situ like in a few months. I've been talking to Travis and Phil, and we're gonna, before we really kind of push it to everybody, we want to get it documented, so people can read and just say, oh, this is how it works, rather than having to have somebody show them, which is kind of frustrating the way it's done right now. So that's the biggest thing, is we want to get that documented. When that's documented, then we'll start introducing it to everybody. But for now, if we can even just get those guys using the CSIT tag, it's already in the sector files. So if people have the automatic downloads, it's already in there. David put it in there a couple of sessions ago, a couple of cycles ago. So we just have to get people to just switch and just say, hey, practice using this. This is how it works. It is, yeah, and you can do the automatic downloads now as well. Air Canada 374, winds 307, you're clear to land, runway 24 left. Yeah, no, exactly. I think he'd been the chief too long, and he was felt so overworked he never wanted to do much anymore too. I think that was just part of it, was he was just feeling overworked all the time. So yeah, we'll try and get some stuff changed up now, and I think most of the group's pretty receptive to some changes. So, and Air Canada 1860 standby 1. I just got to look over your flight plan. Yeah, we get some people internal that can take over. I don't want to be doing this forever either, so. Cool. Even yeah, the next day or two. By the end of the weekend, I kind of want to have it so we can start showing it to people. Jazz, let's see here. Jazz 1453 Toronto. Good evening. Climb flight level 360. Perfect. Yeah. Maybe we can meet. I'll email you, but maybe we can meet on Monday sometime and just sort of hash out some of the stuff we need to have changed and talk a little bit more. Air Canada 296, when ready to send 12-1-2000. And the Windsor altimeter for you is 3018. Okay, yeah. If Monday doesn't work, I'll email you tomorrow. But if Monday doesn't work, I can make some time work on Tuesday, and then I'm back to work on Wednesday. So I gotta get it done soon. Air Canada 374, welcome to Toronto, taxi Delta 4 Delta, Alpha and Alpha Lima for Terminal 1, cross runway 24 right and 33 right. Okay, sounds good. I'll definitely email you tomorrow then. I've got it on I've wrote on my sheet here, so I'll email you tomorrow and we'll figure out a time. Thank you, appreciate it. Sounds good, thank you so much. Air Canada 1860, you were looking for clearance to Boston, correct? Air Canada 1860. Sorry for the delay there. Just saw your flight plan pop up here. For direction of flight, you're going to need an odd altitude. Would you like 310 or 290 for the final? Okay, Air Canada 1860. I've made that amendment. I'm showing 310 now for the final. You are cleared to the Boston Logan Airport via the KEPTA 2 departure and the Bumpa transition. Flight plan route. Departure runway 23, squawk code 0570. And Air Canada 1860, the squawk is 0570. And just confirm the initial climb is 5,000 per the SID. Air Canada 1860, very close, 0570 on the squawk. No problem. Air Canada 1860, what gate are you parked at? Air Canada 1860, thank you. Your readback's all correct. Information Lima's current. Let me know when you're ready for push and start. Air Canada 463, Toronto. Information is Lima landing runway 24 left this evening. When ready to send flight level 240. Air Canada 463, did you copy that? Air Canada 463, affirmative. Information Lima in Toronto. Arrival runways 24 left. When ready to send flight level 240. Rouge 1572 Toronto, runway 23, information is Lima, altimeter 3013, taxi out Alpha Kilo, Alpha and Hotel, hold short 23.
Alpha Kilo, Alpha, Hotel for 23, Rouge 1572.
November Hotel Victor, Toronto, continue descent 8,000.
Continues down 2-way, down November Hotel Victor. Charter Center, Canada 1860, ready for push start.
Air Canada 1860, push proved to tail to the south, call ready for taxi.
Push approved, and we'll call for taxi, Air Canada 1860.
Air Canada 296, contact Cleveland Center now on 134.9er, good night.
134.9er, Air Canada 296.
Jazz 1453 Toronto, information in Toronto's Lima, runway 24 left for arrivals this evening.
Information Lima and runway 24 right for arrival, Jazz 1453.
Jazz 1453 negative, it's 24 left for arrivals today.
Sorry about that, 24 left. I thought I heard that. Jazz 1453.
I almost said right out of habit, so you probably heard me almost say it.
But I wrote Lima, and I just assumed, oh, it can't be 2 L's.
Air Canada 463, Raj. Alright, we got a bunch of stuff on the go here. We got Air Canada 374, Air Canada 18.
Air Canada 374, just wasn't sure if I had to hold short 33 right up clear across.
Air Canada 374, affirmative. Continue across runway 33 right.
Air Canada 374.
Alright. Nakli, nice to see you. Sorry I didn't respond sooner. Air Canada 2311 Toronto, pushback is approved, tail to the east, call ready for taxi. Hopefully this Air Canada doesn't push past the edge of the grass there. The Rouge flight taxiing behind him there, I think he's going to be okay. Oh, good times. Alright, so there he's pushing as well. Air Canada 463, continue descent 8,000. Toronto altimeter 3013. I know that voice. I think I know that voice. You recognize voices on VATSIM after a while too. Hotel November Victor, proceed direct Davik, descend 6,000.
Direct Davik and down to 6,000 November Hotel Victor.
Who's the other guy here? So on that guy. There we go. Trying to get rid of some of the things here. We got somebody crossed into our airspace here. Gotta start poking them here. The Rouge is almost there. The Air Canada 374, he entered the apron. That's fine, no big deal. No big deal. I'm usually pretty easygoing on people. People make mistakes, especially Toronto's a confusing airport to taxi around. I don't ever get up in like a a tizzy when people make a wrong turn in Toronto. As long as it's not causing an issue for other people. If it causes an issue for other people, I might get a little upset. But in general, I don't get too upset by it because it happens. It happens. And there's not much you can do about it sometimes. Jazz came from Montreal, I assume, probably, based on his altitudes. Yeah. Jazz 1453, Toronto. When ready, descend flight level 240.
When ready, descend 240 for Jazz 1453. Thank you so much.
Gotcha. Hotel November Hotel Victor, continue descent 4,000. Hotel Victor after Davik, fly heading 150.
After Davik, head 50, November Hotel Victor.
Rouge 1572, Toronto, contact me, airborne, winds 300 at 7, clear for takeoff, runway 23. It's funny because like Air Canada and WestJet are both major airlines in Canada, but WestJet is generally underrepresented on this network. Everybody seems to want to fly for Air Canada on this network. I got 4 different Air Canadas in my in my space here. So it's a busy evening in Toronto. If anybody wants to ask a question, please feel free. And if you want to come and fly, we're going to be still on for about 2 hours from now. So come on down. We got lots of airports and lots of traffic to keep busy and fill the skies. So come and fill the skies with me. And if you're new to VATSIM, please come on down too. I'd like to think that I'm generally a pretty easygoing controller, and I try as much as possible to help out new guys. The only trouble is when it gets busy. If I'm feeling overwhelmed, then I obviously won't have as much time to dedicate to any one individual. But I do my best to try and keep everyone. Try to do my best to try and accommodate everyone as best as I can. And I certainly am happy to try and help new people sort of get used to the network. It can be an intimidating thing getting on VATSIM the first time for sure. So. November Hotel Victor, descend 3000. Air Canada 1860 Toronto, runway 23 information, Lima and the altimeter 301 taxi left turn out Alpha Tango, Alpha and Hotel, hold short of runway 23.
Left turn Alpha Tango, taxi out Alpha onto Bravo Hotel, hold short 23,
Air Canada 1860 negative, go out Alpha Tango and then up Alpha Hotel, hold short 23. 1860, you got it. Rouge 1863 Toronto identified, climb 7000. November Hotel Victor, turn right heading 270 to intercept, cleared ILS runway 23. That's what happens when you get distracted, even momentarily. Now he's overshot. Now I'm going to... Air Canada 2311, standby 1, break Rouge 1572, turn left direct Saver on course, climb flight level 230. And November Hotel Victor, my apologies for the late turn as you come around there. The field's at your 12 o'clock for about 10 miles. Do you have it in sight?
In sight, and we're correcting. We'll intercept the final approach course for a visual, if that's okay.
November Hotel Victor, cleared visual approach runway 23.
Cleared visual 23, November Hotel Victor.
Thank you for that. Sorry for the late turn.
Not a problem.
Air Canada 2311, runway 23, information is now Mike, the altimeter 3012. Taxi out Alpha Lima, Alpha Hotel, hold short 23.
Sorry, can you repeat the taxi?
Air Canada 2311 Toronto, runway 23, information Mike, and the altimeter 3012. Taxi Alpha Lima, Alpha, and Hotel to hold short of 23. Stand by.
Taxi runway 23 via Alpha Lima, Alpha Hotel, hold short runway 23. Information is now Mike, altimeter 3010, Canada 2311.
You got it. Break November Hotel Victor, winds 280 at Fife, clear to land, runway 23.
Clear to land 23, November Hotel Victor.
Air Canada 1619 Toronto, good evening to you at 230. At Air Canada 1619, information in Toronto is Mike, plan runway 24 left. This guy still has not called me yet. I don't think he's going to. Jazz 1453 Toronto, descend 7,000. Toronto altimeter 3012.
Sure, descend 7,000, Toronto altimeter 3012 for Jazz 1453. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm not going to get that Air Canada 1860 out before this guy lands. That's cool. Air Canada 463, proceed direct Lisdu, descend 4,000. Rouge 1572, proceed direct Olaba. And Air Canada 1619, what fix are you direct to?
Kilo Alpha Romeo Indian Tango.
Air Canada 1619, proceed direct Nuber. And Air Canada 1619, it was cut off. Just confirm, proceed direct Nuber.
Proceed direct Nuber, Air Canada 1619.
Thank you. I have this filed airplane, but I don't see it anywhere. I'm not sure if he's on the ground or not. Air Canada 1860, line up only 2-3. November Hotel Victor, welcome to Toronto. Do you know where you're parking tonight? November Hotel Victor, Roger, convenient right turn off.
Right turn off for November Hotel Victor.
It's changed the wrong one. Poopy. Alright, everything's working out the way it should. Rouge 1572, climb flight level 350. Rouge 1572, it was a little garbled, just confirm flight level 350.
Climbing 350, Rouge 1572.
Thank you. November Hotel Victor Toronto, taxi Juliet to Kilo, cross runway 15 right. Air Canada 1860, contact me, airborne, winds 280 at Fife, cleared for takeoff, runway 23.
Roger, it's Juliet to Kilo, cross 15 right for November Hotel Victor.
You got it. Air Canada 463 at Lisdu, cleared ILS, runway 24 left. It comes and it goes. Air Canada 1860, say passing altitude.
Currently passing through altitude 1400.
Air Canada 1860, thank you. Identified, climb 7000. Just waiting for him to hit the noise abatement altitude, which he's going to hit any second now because he's climbing like a rocket ship. Air Canada 1860, turn left direct Reicham on course, climb flight level 230. Here comes Jazz into my terminal view. It's quieted down a little bit from what it was doing an hour ago, but it's still a nice steady workload here, and I think it's going to continue that way for a while still. Still got quite a few airplanes inbound to the Toronto area, which is great. I love it. But if anybody else wants to come on down, we've always got room for at least one more. Always got room for more here on VATSIM. A lot of CRJs flying around these days too. You ever notice that? Quite a lot of CRJs flying around. I haven't actually taken the CRJ up for quite a few weeks now, and it's driving me a little bit nuts. I really need to find more time to do it. I'm feeling a little overwhelmed right now, but getting some people to help support me is key to try and get past that overwhelming amount of work I got to do at this point. As long as they're helping me out, then we should be A-okay. So I'll give this guy one more ping, but I don't think he's calling me. Cargolux 57K, apparently. Doesn't want to call. Air Canada 1619 Toronto, when ready, descend 12000, Toronto altimeter 3012. Jazz got low a little bit early there. He's not really going direct, but that's okay. Jazz 1453, proceed direct Lisdu.
Proceed direct Lisdu, Jazz 1453.
Air Canada 463, winds 280 at Fife, clear to land, runway 24 left. Charlie Echo Echo Zulu X-Ray Toronto, good evening. Air Canada 2311 Toronto, contact me once you're airborne. Winds 280 at 5, clear for takeoff, runway 23.
Clear for takeoff, runway 23, Air Canada 2311.
Just want to see if he's going to go that way or not. Because it looks like he's going down Quebec. And Air Canada 2311 Toronto, no big deal tonight, but just for future reference, please don't taxi on to Quebec unless you've specifically requested it. It doesn't provide sufficient clearance from other arrivals on that runway.
My apologies, will not taxi on to Quebec next time there, Air Canada 2311.
No problem tonight, just helping you out for the next time when it is busy. All right. What do we got going on here? He's getting there. He made this turn. He's on his way. Yep, no, he's on his way. I gave him direct right, and he obviously something went wrong with it, but that's okay. No big deal. No big deal. See what's Echo Echo Zulu X-Ray doing here. Yeah, he's pretty close to direct, so I'm not going to worry about him too much. Jazz 1453, descend 4000.
Descend 4000, Jazz 1453.
Air Canada 463, welcome to Toronto. Continue Delta 2 across runway 24 right. Do you have a gate in mind? Air Canada 463, gate 133, taxi Echo Tango Alpha Lima, cross runway 24 right and 33 right.
Toronto Center, Air Canada 2311, we are passing through flight level 1900. We're going Echo Tango across 24 right, 33 right, Alpha Lima, Air Canada 463.
Air Canada 463, roger. Air Canada 2311, identified, climb 7000.
Climbing to 7000, Air Canada 2311.
Air Canada 2311, thank you. At 3600, turn right direct Tulek on course.
3600, turn right, direct to luck, on course, Air Canada 2311.
Did Cleveland leave me? Oh, Cleveland left me. Okay. I thought Air Cleveland was still there, but he's gone. Everyone's leaving. Air Canada 1860, climb flight level 310. There's some little VFR or non-transported target taxiing around there. Air Canada 2311, climb flight level 230.
Climb flight level 230, Air Canada 2311.
And we got some planes still coming in here. Non-stop array of arrivals and departures here. Montreal is gone, so all of my surrounding centers are gone. Now it's just me. I'm always the last one here, I swear. And somebody's calling Toronto Center there, say again? Airbus 123 Toronto Center, good evening. Squawk code 0566.
0566 for Airbus 123.
Jazz 1453 at Lisdu, cleared ILS, runway 24 left.
Clear 24 left at Lisdu, Jazz 1453, thank you very much.
Airbus 123 Toronto, good evening. You're identified descending through flight level 293. Information in Toronto is Mike, plan 24 left.
Okay, Mike, 24 left, Airbus 123.
Airbus 123, descend 17,000 on Toronto altimeter 3012.
3012 and 17,000 for Airbus 123.
Air Canada 1860, you're leaving my airspace to the southeast. Your radar service terminates and switch to en route frequencies. Enjoy the rest of your flight. And I'm pretty sure I cleared him for the approach, right? And Jazz 1453, got the memory of a goldfish here. If I didn't say it, you are cleared for the ILS 24 left when you get to Lisdu.
Yeah, you did cleared ILS 24 left when that leads to Jazz 1453.
Thank you. I thought I did, but I wasn't 100% sure, so there you go. Air Canada 1619, proceed direct Mayrod, descend 8,000. Air Canada 2311, proceed direct Go Pup.
Proceed direct Go Pup, Air Canada 2311.
Alright, Air Canada 463 requests the PDC, so we got him that. Cargo Lux is leaving my airspace. Not that they ever talked to anybody or told anybody who's here.
Air Canada 426 with information Mike, gate 133 and identifier 553 Alpha.
Air Canada 426, your readback is all correct information. Mike, call when you're ready for the push.
Ready to push at this time, Air Canada 426.
Air Canada 426, push back tail east and call ready for taxi.
Tail east, call for the taxi, Air Canada 426.
Alright, I see a couple of you guys chatting there. Sorry, it's busy. Is it easy to learn Euroscope? The scope is not too hard to learn. It looks pretty complicated. You get the hang of it pretty quickly. When we teach you, we teach you from the low position. So when you start, you're starting with ground and then eventually tower. So you learn how to operate like in a very small kind of chunk of space, and then as you get more adept at using it, you kind of grow what you can do and how much airspace you control. So in the beginning, yeah, there's quite a lot to learn, but it's not particularly tough. A lot of the buttons and stuff, like, we don't use it kind of on an everyday basis, and just with practice you start to really kind of learn it. So it's not a hard piece of software to learn. I think it's harder to learn how to handle traffic. The mental processes are harder to learn than actually using the scope itself. Air Canada 2311, climb flight level 380. Jazz 1453, Toronto winds 280 at Fife, clear to land, runway 24 left.
Clear to land, runway 24 left, Jazz 1453, thank you very much.
Let's see what else here. Lord Vader, good evening, morning. Good morning. Yeah, it's still evening for me. I am Toronto local, so to me it's evening right now. It's 10:30 local time, so yeah, I'll be sticking around for about 90 more minutes. Evening, how's it going? Not too bad. Yeah, well, what can you do? People really want to fly these Fly these CRJs around under any call sign they can get. For switching views, like like each of these views is a separate file that's opened, and then nice. What was I gonna say? Yeah, so each of these views is a separate file that you load, and then there's a hotkey of F7 that can switch between them. So I can also click on this to see all of my open views. So I've got a high, a low, an arrival, and a ground. So this is my high, kind of keep it for my northern stuff. Low is kind of for my more southern stuff here, and then I've got the arrival and ground. Air Canada 1610 descend 6,000. Correction, Air Canada 1619 descend 6,000. I gave Airbus 123 17,000. He's still going. Oh, he stopped. There he is. He's stabilizing there. All right, he figured it out. Are you flying in one of these airplanes right now? I didn't think I heard your voice. Oh, that is you. Okay. That's because I only heard you once so far. That's why. Jazz 1453, welcome to Toronto. Taxi Delta 2, cross runway 24 right. Do you have a gate in mind?
Cross Delta 2, or yeah, taxi Delta 2, cross 24 right, and any gate will do for Jazz 1453.
Jazz 1453, roger. Let's see, flight from Montreal, taxi Echo Delta Alpha and Alpha Kilo, and you can have gate 122. Jazz 1453, it's very close. The first one is Echo Delta Alpha Alpha Kilo, and also cleared to cross 33 right, if I didn't say it.
Echo Delta Alpha Alpha Kilo, cross 33 right for 122, Jazz 1453. Thanks so much.
You got it. Airbus 123, descend 1000. Air Canada 1619, descend 4000. Air Canada 426 Toronto, runway 23, information Mike, altimeter 3012, taxi Alpha Kilo, Alpha, Hotel, hold short 23.
Alpha Kilo, Alpha Hotel, short 23, Air Canada 14.
Rouge 1572 Toronto, leave my airspace to the east, Montreal is no longer online. Switch to 122.8 and your surveillance service terminates. Have a good night. Good night. You guys are chatting in here now. Nobody's chatting for a while, so yeah, I answered all those questions, I think. But and Air Canada flight, or sorry, who was looking for Denver? That's Legend 35. Sorry, who was looking for clearance to Denver? Legend 35, Toronto, good evening. You're cleared to Denver via the GoPup Tree departure, hockey transition, flight plan route, departure runway 23, squawk code 0554.
Denver via the GoPup 3 departure, we're going to be squawking 0554.
Legend 35, readback is correct. It's runway 23 for departure. Information is Mike. Call when ready for push and start. Air Canada 1619, turn left heading 330, descend 3000. There's just too much going on here sometimes. I keep track of everything we're doing. I do my best. It's a lot. No, you didn't send me that clip, but that's... It's when you see it's when you're falling into the old habits. You're getting comfortable again. It wasn't the first few minutes. It's the second 10 minutes of the flight that. Okay, I remember this. We fly airplanes. Used to it. I'm starting in for what 4 days now. Actually, have to go to work. Air Canada 1619, turn left heading 270 for the intercept. Cleared ILS 24 left. Oh, it's in person. We're doing it at the Air Canada hangar, I believe. I have to go look. I have an email. I'll look at it when, when the time comes. I'll look at it on Wednesday morning, driving, reading email. Hold on. Airbus 123, descend 8000, proceed direct Mayrod. Oh, this guy did not have his proper runway assigned. There we go. Now he'll have it. And did he intercept? It looks like he did get it, yeah. Air Canada 1619, the winds in Toronto showing 280 at 5, clear to land, 24 left. Air Canada 426, contact me airborne, winds 280 at 5, clear for takeoff, runway 23. Echo Echo Zulu X-ray. The Toronto Pearson information is Mike, runway 24 left for arrival. Unless, are you heading to the GA at the north end? I can give you 23. Echo Echo Zulu X-ray, no problem. Plan on runway 23 for arrival. When ready, descend 12, 12,000. The Toronto altimeter 3012. Airbus 123, descend 6,000. And who was looking for the clearance on the ground? Air Canada 422, hello again. You're cleared to Montreal via the Dead Key 4 departure Miglo transition. Flight plan route. Departure runway 23, squawk code 0573. Air Canada 422, that readback is all correct. Information Mike's current. Call me when you're ready for the push. Okay. United 297 Toronto Center, good evening. Give me a second to find you here. And sorry, that was United 297? United 297 Toronto Center, good evening. Squawk 0513. Air Canada 426 Toronto, thank you. Identified, climb 7,000. Air Canada 426, thanks. Through noise, left turn to Saver on course. And United 297 Toronto identified, flight level 300, welcome.
Toronto Center, United 663, I file 230.
And sorry, stand by. United 297, you're identified, flight level 300, welcome aboard.
Roger that, United 297.
And United 297, sorry, I'm getting a conflicting flight plan here. Just confirm you are inbound to Toronto, correct? United 297, roger. Descend now 17,000, Toronto altimeter is 3012, and plan runway 24 left. All right, United 5563 Toronto, squawk ident. For some reason, I can't seem to get this altitude in there. Air Canada 422 Toronto, push back onto lane 6 tail east and call ready for taxi. United 5563 Toronto, identified flight level 230, welcome. Air Canada 2311, leave my airspace to the west. Cleveland's not online. Switch to Unicom 122.8. Have a good rest of your night. And Jazz 1453, thank you very much for flying in. Have yourself a good night as well. We'll see you next time. Airbus 123, descend 4,000 after Mayrod, continue present heading. Air Canada 1619 Toronto, continue across runway 24 right, right turn on Delta. Do you have a particular gate in mind? Air Canada 1619, cleared across runway 24 right, taxi, right turn on Delta. And do you have a particular gate assigned?
Negative. Crossway 24 right, though.
Air Canada 1619, roger. Runway, or sorry, gate 163 for you. So taxi Delta, Alpha, Alpha Lima for 163. Cross runway 24 right and 33 right.
Crossway 23 right, 24 right, and taxi 163 Delta, Alpha, Alpha Lima, 1619.
Air Canada 426, climb flight level 230. Airbus 123, turn left heading 360, descend 3000. And Airbus 123, I've lost your mic, it's carrier only now. Legend 35, push back onto lane 3, tail to the east, call ready for taxi. United 5563 Toronto. United 5563, just confirm the aircraft type is a Cessna Caravan.
Negative, I don't know why it's doing that. I am a 737.
Okay, I was going to say I didn't think United operate any caravans. Okay, I will change that as well and see if we can force that in there. Thank you.
And where are you seeing that at? Because I don't see it on my pilot anywhere. Someone else told me that as well.
Yeah, usually the type is when you first log in. You'll specify the type.
Right. Oh, I know what it is. Stand by.
It's okay. I have it fixed now, so not to worry. Airbus 123, not a problem at all. Fly heading 330. Air Canada 426, continue climb, flight level 330. United 297, descend 11,000. Echo Echo Zulu X-ray, continue descend 8,000. Getting busy there. I like it. This is the way it should be. It should always be busy like this. Air Canada 422, runway 2 information mic in the altimeter 3012. Taxi lane 6, Alpha Kilo, Alpha, and Hotel to hold short 2
Going over to runway 23, Alpha Kilo, Alpha Hotel, hold short 23, Air Canada 422.
I don't have a Jazz email yet. Well, not that I'm aware of yet. I think I get access on Wednesday. Airbus 123, turn left, heading 270 to intercept, cleared ILS 24 left.
Left 270 to intercept and clear intercept 24 left, Airbus 123.
United 5563, Toronto, when ready, descend 12, 2000, Toronto altimeter 3012. United 5563, Toronto, when ready, descend 12, 2000, Toronto altimeter 3012.
Down to 12, and I have the number 6563, thank you.
United 297, descend 8000.
And 8000, United 297.
It's going to be a little bit high, but it should be okay in the end. We got a steady stream of airplanes tonight now, and that worked out really well. I wasn't sure that it would be that interesting. I know my last ATC session on Moncton Center, it was a little bit of a bust because it just, we got a couple of airplanes, we got a couple of people logged in, and people who are watching the stream actually logged in to just kind of entertain us. But yeah, at the end of the day, it was not, Bear. Wilkes-Barre. Scranton. You got it. Yeah, it wasn't very busy, but that's why I want to do Toronto this week, because I know Toronto it never fails to sort of attract people. If there's some ATC online, people come to Toronto pretty religiously. So just being here was enough to attract quite a bit of traffic. We got a couple more inbounds still, even that one or two that are not on the scopes yet. A couple of outbounds here, so traffic's probably going to start to peter out a bit now just because of the hour, just because it's starting to get a little bit late. It's now approaching 11 p.m. here in Toronto, so we're starting to get to that point where the traffic's going to peter out. But yeah, it's a good, steady traffic flow this evening. It's enough to really kind of keep me working, keep me occupied, which is what you really want at the end of the day. Airbus 123 Toronto, thank you. The wind's 280 at Fife, clear to land, runway 24 left. That's really what you want, is you want a nice steady workload. Nothing that's overwhelming, but just steady. Keep it going steady. Air Canada 426, proceed direct Miglo. Oh, you're on the CFMs now? I don't notice the difference. A bus is a bus is a bus to me. Because the drift down performance can't mean, if an engine failed, it could maintain an altitude for long enough that could take it safely out of the mountains. Air Canada 1619, thank you so much for flying in here tonight. We'll see you next time. Air Canada 422, Toronto, contact me airborne. The wind's 280 at Fife, clear for takeoff, runway 23. United 297, descend 6000. Yeah, it can be done, but you got to get a company, you got to hire a company to draw up escape charts for all the different routes you want to fly. So the easiest thing is just to say don't do it. Honestly, Denver was such a... Yeah, Houston I won't miss too much either. I was never a big fan of Houston. We had some sketchy hotels there. United 297 to send 4,000. No, not specifically. Just the crew planning department would deal with it. Airbus 123, welcome to Toronto. Right turn when you're able, and do you have a parking spot in mind on the field? Nope, apparently not. Yeah, that's a good thing.
We're looking for the EKs if possible for Airbus 123.
Airbus 123, taxi Delta 6, Delta, and Delta Papa, cross runway 24 right.
Delta 6, Delta Papa, cross runway, say again, please, for Airbus 123.
Airbus 123, cross runway 24 right and 33 right, and after Delta, it's taxiway Delta Papa.
Okay, 24 right and 33 right for the cross, and Delta Papa thereafter for Airbus 123, thank you.
You got it. Air Canada 422, thanks identified, climb 7,000, turn left direct saver on course. Echo Echo Zulu X-ray, descend 5,000. United 5563, descend 8,000. Echo Zulu X-ray, turn right direct Calvi. Had his wrong runway assigned, so that's why I couldn't find the right fix. There we go. Air Canada 422, climb flight level 230. Gonna give him just a moment there, and then we'll get him turning. That's the Cargo Lux 57K up there. I don't care about him. United 297, turn left heading 330, descend 3,000. Every airline I've been at has had a hotel committee, and it's not always doesn't always end up in good hotels still. The economic considerations often trump everything else. We've had a couple of hotels at Sky where people were getting shot in parking lots. They weren't necessarily bad hotels, but just bad neighborhoods. Some of the places in America. Houston was one of them. Newark was another. Legend 35, Toronto, runway 23. Information is Mike, altimeter 3012. Taxi out Alpha Juliet. Alpha and hotel, hold short 23. Okay, Legend 35, I got nobody else in your vicinity, so the taxi instructions hold. Just let me know when you start moving. United 297, continue the left turn, heading 270 to intercept, cleared ILS 24 left. United 5563, proceed direct Mayrod. United 5563, proceed direct Mayrod. Echo Zulu X-ray, descend 3,000. Correction, descend 4,000. Echo Zulu X-ray, correction, descend 4,000. Oh, he missed it.
Okay, center 5563. I do not have Mayrod. Oh, stand by.
You should. Saw the new before. Yeah, no. Probably not. I like the Embraer. It's easy. Okay, United 5563, just fly the present heading vectors for 24 left.
Fly current heading vector 24 left, 6562. Center United 297 on the localizer 24 left.
United 297, thank you. Air Canada 422 Toronto, climb flight level 330. Yeah, I don't know. I might enjoy the challenge, but frankly, at this point, well, anyways, for the time being, I just want to get back in a bloody airplane and be comfortable with it. And then we'll talk later about that. It's not something I would completely dismiss. I don't know yet. I just don't know. Yeah, well, I mean, and that's the thing. It's it's getting to that point where it's more about the lifestyle in the airplane. I mean, I'll take an airplane that I like, but it's as much about lifestyle as anything else. So it depends more on what the routes are, and I really don't know. I have to start seeing like what the bid packages kind of look like and what the whole structure looks like. I'm still basically an outsider at this point. I know nothing. I haven't done a rig application. I've done nothing yet. Don't have an email address yet that I'm aware of. So I believe you. I just don't have access to it exactly. So I'll see what happens. Like I said, I feel like an outsider still, so I'm definitely not ready to make those kind of choices. But I like the Embraer. It's a good plane for the most part. It had its issues, but what airplane doesn't? The what? That was what apparently it was called in the Air Canada days, but we took it and turned it around, and nope. I mean, in all my time, I think I turned back once. We were supposed to go to Charlottetown, and we had the engine vibration go up to 4 on the takeoff roll, and they're like, yeah, bring it back, because there's no maintenance in Charlottetown. It's gonna be stuck there. So they're like, yeah, you guys, like literally the takeoff rolls. So we called maintenance in the downwind as we're turning towards Charlottetown. They're like, yeah, bring it back. United 5563. Looks like you're making the turn there onto the wrong downwind. Make it a heading of 090 for now, and vectors for 24 left.
I don't know why my SNC is pulling me away from the airport for some reason.
United 297 Toronto, the wind's 280 at Fife. You're cleared to land, runway 24 left. Echo Zulu X-ray at Calvi. You're cleared the ILS runway 2 tree, and 4,000 until the glide slope, please.
Here ILS 2 tree via Calvi and 4,000 up to the south. She goes X-ray.
You got it. Okay, what else we got? Oh, hey, Lucas, there you are. People were really writing messages here again. started doing it from your. I'm glad you enjoyed the pilot's life. First of all, Lord Vader. It's weird to say Lord Vader, but I'm glad that you enjoyed that. Yeah, I've really gotten a real kick out of it. It's a neat way to fly a schedule. I got the Pfizer. Popped in to say hello. Totally. That's okay. That's okay if you get the. I'll hopefully I'll do some other streams every once in a while. Whatever. Whatever you can get, man. First shot in the arm is one that matters. United 5563 descend 6,000.
Down to 35563.
And United 5563 negative descend 6,000.
Sorry, 6,000.
Thank you.
Yeah, I promise I'm better than this. I just got stuff going on Discord.
Lousy Discord. United 297, welcome to Toronto. Taxi Delta 4, cross runway 24 right, and do you have a gate assigned?
Delta 4, cross 24 right, and no choice for the gate, United 297.
United 297, alright, it'll be gate 164, correction, 162, so taxi Delta, and cross runway 33 right, Delta Romeo. Reg. Yeah, I keep seeing it kind of flicker on and off. United 560, correction, United 5563, turn left, heading 060, descend 4,000.
Down to 4 is left 060, 5563.
And everyone just be careful out there. Someone's clicking their push to talk. I am not that kind of vindictive person, though. Echo Zulu X-ray, winds showing 280 at Fife, clear to land, runway 23. And United 40, correction, 5563, turn left heading 330, descend 3000. Yep. See, that's how people were getting them in the East Coast. Somebody else told me the same story. They said, yeah, I was just right place, right time, exactly. I was just, and literally my pharmacist called me, like, and pharmacist called me and said I got some doses. They're going to go to waste. They're going to expire soon. Come down and get a shot. Hey, better that someone gets them than nobody gets them. United 5563, turn left heading 270 to intercept, cleared ILS, 24 left.
270 intercept,
And United 5563 negative, just heading 270, 3000 until you're established.
270 still established, 5563.
Yeah, I mean, Ontario's been pushing hardcore. We kind of were looking really shitty about a month ago, but we've really kind of turned the corner now. We're well over 50% of the 18 plus has gotten one shot anyways. So hey, like we're supposed to be outdoor sports. Some outdoor sports are allowed this weekend, and in 3 weeks we'll be able to have barbecues in backyards and with 10 people. I watched a wedding today and it was so sad. It's just so sad. I mean, it's a happy occasion, but it's so sad to see just like the church. I know the church, and the church was just empty. Nobody in the church, except for the parents, the couple, best man, maid of honor, priest, and a photographer and a videographer. And that's it. Like, just the pews were just empty. The only people in the pews were the two sets of parents, and that was it. Yeah. Yep. Echo Zulu X-ray. Welcome to Toronto. Right turn on Papa, then a right turn on Juliet Kilo to the GA. Have yourself a good night. I think he knows his way. Okay, so the question is, of course, where do you get the files to observe? All right, first of all, let me do this. United 5563, Toronto, the winds are 280 at Fife, cleared land, runway 24 left. All right, Air Canada 426, you're about to leave my airspace to the east, radar service terminates, and you can change the en route frequencies. Have a good night. Air Canada 121 Heavy, Toronto, good evening. Squawk code 0531. And Air Canada 121 Heavy, I think I see you down there. I think you got the prime target only. Just make sure the transponder is in mode C, please. Alright, so he's slowly coming in here. He's got nothing. There we go. And Air Canada 121, just to confirm, you are squawking code 0531. Should display his incorrect code here if he doesn't have the correct code. It's weird that it does not. It's just... There we go. Air Canada 121 Heavy, thanks. Identified flight level 340. Information Toronto is now November. Runway 24 left for arrival. And Air Canada 121 Heavy, cross Gons, flight level 320. It pays to know all these altitude restrictions. I know them off by heart. Okay, sorry, you had a question. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get back to it. Yeah, sorry, yeah. Unfortunately, I think you have to be, most of the FIRs, I think the sector files are usually, I won't say locked away, but they're usually kept for controllers specifically to access. So, yeah, usually you have to be a member of the website in order to get access to the sector files. You can look at the various FIRs in Canada and see if you can find one. But yeah, each individual FIR or RTIC is responsible for maintaining their own sector files, so they determine where they're kept. And Echo Zulu X-ray, thank you for flying into Toronto. Have yourself a good night. A bientôt. United 5563 Toronto, welcome to Toronto. Right turn when you're able, and you have a gate assigned.
Right when able. 5563. Switching to Unicom. Thanks for the service. See you next time. United 297.
United 297, have yourself a good night.
Good night. And Center 5563 will take any gate possible.
United 5563 Toronto, continue taxi Delta 4, cross runway 24 right, Delta, cross runway 33 right, and let's see here, we'll give you gate 160 right in the corner, so enter the ramp at Delta Romeo.
Delta 4 cross 24, Delta 3, Delta 33 right, and 160 in the corner.
United 5563, Roger. Now we're sort of running out of airplanes here, unfortunately. Let's see here. Is this new controller layout? Yeah, it's... Yeah. This is a new... Air Canada 121 Heavy Toronto, when ready to send 17,000. The Toronto altimeter 3010. Yeah, this is a new version of the radar scope. This is actually very, very realistic, very much what the real world controllers would be looking at. This is as much as possible simulates the real world scope, so that we had some creative developers that actually looked at the plugin at the SDK for the Euroscope software itself, and they also had got their hands on some actual photos of the scopes at Nav Canada here, and they actually did up a very realistic looking set. I will say this, about half the buttons here don't do anything. Honestly, they just don't. A lot of them are just dead, but some of them will probably become functional over time as a developer gets a chance to work on stuff, but some stuff works. I could put in, let's see, what else can I do? I could do halos. I could put a 5-mile halo around an airplane, or I could just display a halo around my cursor. If I want to just measure things out, I can display different, I can display like a 20-mile halo so I can see different things. Yeah, so you could do different things. Clear all the halos. It's mostly just sort of to help with, oh, I still have it around me here. Just sort of with, and United 5563, okay, make the right turn on the edge of the apron there, and then left turn on lane 9 to get down to 160.
And then right here, and then left on lane 9. Thank you.
You got it. Yeah, so a lot of this stuff doesn't necessarily do anything. I could turn on more tag options here for certain aircraft. I don't even know what all the options do. The trouble is a lot of this is not documented properly yet either, so we got to work on that too. But yeah, it's a newer version, so it's something we're trying out. We're probably going to implement it in most of Canada to make it a little bit more realistic over the future. There's somebody bothering me in the TeamSpeak as well that was asking me some questions. Not bothering me, but somebody in the TeamSpeak was also asking me questions. So yeah, I've been kind of chatting in 3 different dimensions all at once. It's a good thing that the air traffic has calmed down, because I don't think I can handle this many airplanes all at the same time. But it really has kind of calmed down now. I think our evening is just about coming to an end here. At this point, we're probably going to get this Air Canada 121 into the gate, and that'll probably be the end of our evening here, because he's going to land about 3:42. So after that, we'll probably say bid adieu for the night once he's gone. Because I think that's about it. I don't think we have too many more. Well, we got one more airplane here inbound. Let's see what. Let's see how soon he's going to be here as well. We got a WestJet inbound from the west as well. He'll be here right after 4 Zulu. United 5563, no problem. Have yourself a good night. We'll see you next time. This is the way it is in the VATSIM network, especially as the evening wears on. It calms down. Just the number of people logged into the network just goes down. 689 total connections right now. That's down from like in the middle of the day when Europe is online. I mean, Europe, it's the middle of the night now, but when they're online hardcore and North Americans are coming online, you get 1,500, 1,600 connections. Now we're down to about a third of that. So the scope is looking fairly empty across most of Canada now, and a lot of the US as well, a few busy hotspots, but it's dying off for the evening. That's the way it is in the real world too. By this time of night, you get a couple of late night departures, but mostly it's not much happening. Let's see here. He should be on the Ling 2 arrival. Air Canada 121 Heavy, proceed direct Ling. Air Canada 121 Heavy, proceed direct Ling. Lima, India, November, November, Golf. I almost forgot how to say my phonetics. Jesus, I need to go to work more often. Wow. I'm forgetting my phonetic alphabet here. But yeah, this evening is kind of drawing to a bit of a close here, I think, now. We got one more airplane. We'll get him down there. This cargo Lux still going. Flew right through all this airspace, never talked to anybody. Air Canada 422 Toronto, you're about to come to the end of my airspace. Your radar surveillance terminates and change to the en route frequencies approved. Have a good night. We'll see you next time. Good night. And I know him as well. He's a fellow controller, so I know him. I know all sorts of people. I know too many people in this bloody business. That is probably the truth of it at the end of the day. I know entirely too many people here. But that's kind of what I like about this network at the same time. It's all a big community. Everyone's here to enjoy it and have fun. So that's one of the things I've always liked about VATSIM and I've enjoyed about VATSIM is it's a community. But sadly, yeah, it's cycling down now. I got nobody on the ground in Toronto, and I got one inbound right now. One guy to watch. So I don't know how many of you guys are out there watching our avid pilots, but I will say this. And I discussed it during my pilot live stream earlier today, but PMDG did make an announcement. It was either last night or this morning. They made a forum post that is pretty good news for anyone who's a fan of wasting their money on PMDG products, as many of us in the flight simulation world are. And that is that they have apparently really kind of figured out the Microsoft Flight Simulator platform to a degree that they are happy with, which is great. What that means for the foreseeable future is that they're going to start releasing products for the Microsoft Flight Simulator platform very soon now, which I think would be pretty impressive if, within 3 months of Aerosoft releasing their CRJ, PMDG releases their first product for the platform. And not to talk down too much to Aerosoft, but they don't quite produce a product that's of the same caliber as PMDG, and I think they will acknowledge that as well. Not quite to the same caliber. So what they produce has been a very nice product, and I have liked their products in the past. They handle very realistically. They just don't have the really truly in-depth systems where the systems are modeled so accurately that you can have failures that reflect the real-life aircraft. Generally, the Aerosoft is all about flying an airplane that functions, and their failures are generally very limited, and that's fine. I mean, for kind of a mid-level, oh no, I lost my one airplane that I had. For a mid-level product, that's not bad. Okay, good, he's back. He just disconnected for a second there. I gotta re-correlate him here. And retrack him. There we go. And reassign him direct Ling in the system. There we go. Yeah, for a company that works with airplanes that are as in-depth as PMDG does, for them to start announcing that they're getting ready. They haven't announced release dates, but they have kind of given some time frames. And usually when they start to give time frames, they're usually generally fairly realistic about them. They don't give a time frame until they're fairly convinced they can make a time frame. And so they've said that their first product to release for the Microsoft Flight Simulator platform is going to be the Lucas, have a good night. we'll see you hopefully next weekend if I can get a good job in my pilot's life career. Otherwise, we'll just find something to screw around with. But have yourself a good night. We'll see you. We'll see you next time we have a stream here. As I was saying, so yeah, PMDG said that their first release, which will probably be out within the next several weeks, is going to be their DC6, which is I never owned the DC6 product for any of the other platforms, but it looks like a really kind of fun airplane, and honestly, my Twitch channel kind of convinced me that maybe it's something I should invest in. So that's kind of what I've been thinking about now for the rest of the day was, is it worth investing in, what am I trying to say? Is it worth investing in the DC6? Will I fly it enough to make it worthwhile? Because it's not a cheap airplane, even by, you know, it's one of the lesser expensive airplanes by PMDG standards, but it's still not a cheap airplane by most sim standards, and probably the MSFS one will be a little bit more expensive. So it's something I'm willing to consider. Certainly, it looks like a fun airplane, and then to go basically, and then my big goal would be to take it on the live streams and learn this airplane in front of my audience, let them laugh along with me as we try and figure it out. It's something I hadn't really considered before, but I'm considering it now. It's something like I said, I'm willing to consider. But regardless, anyways, they announced that that's going to come out in the next several weeks, but it seems like they have kind of nailed down the process of converting, of loading their products into Microsoft Flight Simulator and reworking their products to work in Microsoft Flight Simulator. So I don't know if these are ground up rebuilds or if they are kind of ported products. Nevertheless, even when they're ported, like I think PMDG will generally do a pretty good job of doing their best to max out the abilities of the simulator. So even if they are sort of, I wouldn't expect you to start completely from scratch for the new simulator, as long as everything's going to more or less work. But anyways, PMDG announced that they are pretty certain that they are going to have the 737 out before the end of this year on the Microsoft Flight Simulator platform. Which you're saying, oh well, the end of the year. I mean, that's 6 months away. Yes, and that's true. It's not exactly news that it's going to come out this year, but they had said it was going to be a while, but they're pretty convinced at this point it's going to be this year. What then came after that, and was perhaps a bit surprising, was then that was kind of the no surprise, but then the punches that they pulled right after that is that they said it's possible. It's not, they didn't say necessarily likely or going to happen, but it is possible. It's conceivable that before the end of the year, they could also release the 777 in the Microsoft Flight Simulator platform, and then sometime in the first half of next year, the 47 would be released for the Microsoft Flight Simulator platform. And of course, my one friend made the immediate comment, well, ouch, my wallet hurts now. Because, yeah, to have them all come out in quick succession is going to mean you're going to have a lot of you're gonna have a lot of chance to spend some money and hand PMDG some money again. But it speaks interestingly to, if they figured out how to kind of handle it for one, how to handle the sim for one product, they've sort of figured it out for all their products. Their products have enough commonality, I guess, in the way they've been developed, that they feel like that they can then move on to all the rest of the products in relatively short order. Air Canada 121, descend 1000. So for them to have that many products in short order, it makes me excited. It makes me excited. Will I get them all? Most likely. Will I get them all right when they come out? Probably not. Probably going to have to save my pennies for those. The 737, pretty much I can guarantee that's going to be a launch day kind of product for me, because because I've already paid I've got the $100 discount from buying the NGXU. So I won't have to spend too much money to get that one. The other two, I'll have to save my pennies for. But that is not to say that I probably will not get them. I probably will get them at some point, because I think moving those into the Microsoft Flight Simulator platform, and Robert Randazzo himself said it in his post, and I had it here and I closed it a little while ago. But he said, this is the simulator we've wanted, we've been waiting for. Microsoft Flight Simulator, finally, it's a simulator that's a high enough caliber in terms of the quality of the landscape outside the aircraft, that they finally have found a sim that they can work in. The P3D and the FSX platforms are just so dated, and the scenery, while at the time it came out was really good and was really quite dynamic and fairly realistic at the time. It just, with the leaps and bounds in processor technology in the last 10 years, what computers and GPUs are capable of producing now in terms of realistic looking worlds, P3D just looks like a toy now, unfortunately. But and that's what they said, was that it was a bit of a shame that they spent all this effort on these beautiful models and then they taxi up to these blocky, textured looking terminals that were done with the previous generation that just did not look right. So they're very happy to be working in this new platform and using and bringing their airplanes into this new platform. And I'm happy to see them do it as well. This platform needs some good quality airplanes, and it needs them soon. So I'm excited about that. The fact that they think they're going to be able to do it, and do it soon-ish, not right away, but soon-ish. Anyways, I thought that was pretty exciting. I'm pretty excited about that in the future. Air Canada 121 Heavy, proceed direct Mayrod, descend 6,000. We're going to shortcut this guy in, and I think after this guy lands, we are going to call it a night, guys, because not much is happening. It was a pretty nice, busy evening earlier in the day. It's petered out to a grand total of very little at this point. We have one airplane. So I think once this airplane lands, I think we're gonna call it a night. But I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you so much for watching the stream tonight. It's been fun, and it turned out to be much busier than I expected. I was kind of a little disappointed because there was a bunch of other controllers online, and not that I don't like spending time with other controllers, but if it's not that busy, then taking the small amount of airplanes you have and dividing them between 2 or 3 or 4 controllers, of course, means everyone's doing very little, which is unfortunate, and that's not necessarily what you want to see, right? I would like to see the most amount of airplanes that I can handle. I like to push my own personal limits. That's what I like to do. Kishan, good morning. Sunshine for you, huh? It is getting late, and I'm starting to feel a little bit tired. Yeah. I hope today finds you well then. I hope that you're staying safe and healthy. Stay isolated for the time being. But welcome aboard. Unfortunately, as I said, it was a busy evening earlier this evening. Unfortunately, it's gotten quite quiet. So if you know, and not that I'm encouraging you to not watch my stream, but you're better off now going and watching the stream about an hour and a half ago. It was quite busy. We were handling quite a lot of airplanes. I was working quite hard. Now I'm doing nothing but blathering on because I've got nothing going on. I got one airplane. This is the one airplane I have in my entire airspace at this point. So now's a great time to ask questions if you got any. But he is slowly looping around here to Mayrod. He's doing 1,700 foot per minute down. He's got to probably expedite his descent a little bit more if he's going to make it down in time here. He's going to have to probably expedite his descent. Hopefully he's going to start to see that here. But yeah, we had a pretty busy evening earlier in the day. So watch the first hour or so of the stream. You'll see. Absolutely. I do my best to stay safe. I have things are getting better in our neck of the woods now, but I have barely left the house. I leave the house pretty much to go to the grocery store, and that's about it. I don't leave the house for any other reason. And same with my kids. My kids are home from school. Schools are all online now, so they just stay home all the time. My kids leave the house even less than I do. We go to the park, and that's about it. But we don't. I couldn't tell you the last time I really set foot inside a store. What up? No, it was pretty smoking for a while. Just the last 30 minutes or so it calmed down. I'm down to my last airplane. Yeah. So I'm going to pull the plug as soon as this guy lands. How was your day? Air Canada 121, descend 4,000. Yeah, that's been my week. We opened our pool this week, so it's been just one thing after another all week. Nah, just so much stuff to clean. One more thing to clean all the time. Yeah, the heater's been a bit of a bear. It's been a bit of a bear the last few years, so I pulled the pilot off and I cleaned it up, and it actually worked. That's for sure. All right, now he's got a nice beeline right to Mayrod there. 10 and 8. Oh yeah, we don't need to watch them when they're in the pool. I mean, we do, but you know, you could leave them. They've been swimming in the pool since they were, you know, 3. They've been, you know, swimming almost by themselves since they're like 5. They are, yeah. I can go inside. I can go to the bathroom or get lunch ready or something, and they can stay in the pool. I don't have to worry about them. They're good, strong swimmers. As long as I can look out the window. Yeah, it was almost a little too cool, but I had to finally get the heater running, so the pool's up to about 23 or 24, I think now. So it's getting there. Start date is Wednesday. So ground school starts Wednesday. I've got like 2 weeks of ground school, and then I don't know anything beyond that right now. Just company induct. And then, yeah, we got to do some sim work again, and then I don't know how many days of sim even. A couple days of sim at least. Oh, there we go. Now we're getting some planes logging in again. Yeah, I was getting... You know, Graham was just commenting on that. One of our pilots, he caught him on frequency on live ATC, I guess, saying, Maple, no, wait, no, I have to say Jazz now. Air Canada 121, turn left heading 330, descend 3,000. Why won't I click it? Why can't it click for me here? There we go. Yeah, it's been good. It's been nice keeping busy. I mean, it's KLM 86 Toronto, good evening. You're cleared to Amsterdam via the Verdo 6 departure, Lorca transition, and flight plan route. Departure runway is 23, squawk code 05 tree tree. KLM 86, that readback's all correct. Information November is current, and call me when you're ready for the push. Air Canada 121, turn left heading 270 to intercept, cleared ILS, runway 24 left. Alright, I'm just trying to see what's going on here in Toronto, if anything, right now. Wow. It's a real world, there's nothing. There is one airplane flying around in the Toronto area right now, and that is the police helicopter. Ha, that's hilarious. Not a single airplane on the ground moving at Pearson. Not a single airplane in the terminal unit in Pearson. It is absolutely dead. I'm just trying to see if they switch the runway configurations. Sky was the only place I've ever seen a quick book. But it's sort of with the EFB, it kind of made sense because it's kind of a lot of stuff to me that you kind of have in a route manual sometimes, but Sky didn't have a route manual because they had all the 1010 pages in the Jepson, so it sort of struck me as a little bit of like a kind of a mini route manual because it's nice to have some of that stuff just in print where it's easy to look up because iPads are a pain for looking up quick reference stuff. Trying to get this to play here. And my live ATC does not like me here. Let's see if I can get to play anywhere else. Well, that's what I wanted to hear. Departure 2-3, arrival 2-3. That's all I cared about. Okay, so we'll change it up here for any future arrivals. So this will be the last arrival on 24 left. Air Canada 121 Heavy, Toronto. The wind's showing 250 at 5, cleared to land. Runway 24 left. Oh, there's some guy flying through my airspace. I didn't even notice him here. I was focused on the one JetBlue going to Boston. Well, too late now. Because yeah, there's not much going on here, so I wasn't even looking around to see if there was anybody there. I'm missing the busy YYZ. It's been a long time. Yeah, it's been a year of being very quiet here. I had it up. What did I do? I closed it. But yeah, it's been, when you do go into Toronto, it's the strangest thing because there's just nobody there. At certain times of day, and it used to be there was never a quiet period of time in Toronto. But yeah, here, let me see if I can share this here. I should be able to do this. If I do this, there we go. There's the browser right now, and yeah, there's Flight Radar 24. And the one airplane that right now is Air 2, the police helicopter. They're flying around, and now this just popped up just a second ago. There's a helicopter. It looks like it's getting ready to depart the island, so it's probably a medevac helicopter. KLM 86 Toronto, go ahead.
We might want to restart our flight simulator because our electronic flight bag is completely bugged and I cannot do the takeoff calculator. Nice. Are you going to stay online?
KLM 86, I'll be here for about 15 more minutes. Going to log off around 04 Zulu.
Alright, roger that. Well, we're going to disconnect for now and we'll be back with you in about 5 minutes.
Okay, KLM 86, roger. Alright, yeah, so, yeah, that's all we've got. We actually have one airplane now inbound to Toronto that's entering the airspace now from the south. So one airplane entering the terminal, but like, look at how few airplanes, like it is 11:45 at night, but there's still very, very few airplanes out in the airspace overall. Finally got it fixed properly. After the mob did it 3 times, they finally decided they had enough money. Alright. Were they actually using it? Because they probably still have all those Transat planes parked there. They probably can't use it. Got one. Oh, Air Canada 121's going around. Oh, good. Air Canada 121, roger. When able, fly heading 180, maintain 3000. Just when you think you're almost done here, they just keep coming back, don't they? I'll just let him get established before I talk to him again. Go-arounds are always a mess, so you want to give people a little bit of time to sort of sort out what they're doing. Maybe we'll be here long enough to just see this WestJet arrive. Philippine 8118 is about to land in Toronto from Manila. Not too many airplanes inbound to Toronto, though. It is a bit of a sad world we live in right now. Just so few airplane flights there in the real world. I keep on going back to that Flight Radar 24 screen, and it's just so sad to see. And Sebastian, sorry, I didn't see your good night there. Sorry, I keep flipping back and forth to all sorts of different screens. I really need to get a different screen to put my chats up on here. Air Canada 121. Did you want to vector back around for another ILS 24 left? Air Canada 121 Navy, turn left heading at 060. Vectors for the ILS 24 left. Where's that WestJet plane? WestJet 225, I think that's him. WestJet 225, are you with Toronto Centre? There's the KLM back again. Yeah, you don't get too many go-arounds in this business, so it's always fun when you do get one. Keeps you guessing. Yeah, it's gotten a bit quiet though again. KLM 86 affirmative, I've still got you with a squawk code of 0533. KLM 86 Raj. Yeah, sometimes the best thing to do before you start flying is go reset the sim, especially you're going all the way to Amsterdam, man. Reset the sim. Make sure it's going to make it. Nothing worse than getting halfway to Amsterdam and having the sim crash on you. And I've seen that many times. Way too many times. Alright, we'll get this guy vectored up and around. Get him back around, and then that'll be about it. There's the Air Canada, there's the KLM. Whoa, who's this guy? Hey, buddy, who are you, buddy? And you know what, I would ping him, but I'm going to leave in 10 minutes, so there's no real point in even getting him on my frequency for 10 minutes. This guy, however, WestJet 225, Toronto, you with me? Okay, he just needs to go about 4 more miles here. Oh, WestJet 225 Toronto, good evening. Squawk code 0562. Air Canada 121 Heavy, turn left heading 330. And I stepped on somebody there. Was that Air Canada 1860, Colin? Air Canada 1860. Sorry, you're looking for the I-4 clearance? Standby 1. WestJet 225 Toronto Center, you are identified at flight level 390. Information in Toronto is Oscar. Plan runway 23 for arrival. WestJet 225, when ready, descend flight level 240. Air Canada 1860 Toronto, you are cleared to Atlanta via the Beats 2 departure, Foxy transition, flight plan route. Departure runway is 23, squawk code 0570. Air Canada 1860, that's all correct. And brake, Air Canada 121 Heavy, turn left heading 270 for the intercept, cleared ILS 24 left. Air Canada 1860, readback's all correct. Information is Oscar. Push back and start up at your discretion and call ready for taxi. Roger. There he goes, making the turn. Looking good. KLM 86, pushback is approved onto lane 5, tail to the east. Call ready for taxi. And KLM 86, it's just lane number 5. You got it. Just don't want you looking for a Lima 5 that doesn't exist. No worries. Alright. Yeah, this guy's pretty much almost straight in here. Yeah, pretty straight in. Not going to be able to get him any faster by giving him direct anything, so we'll let him just come right in, and then once he's in, we will get out of here, which probably these two guys will be hopefully airborne by then. At least the KLM is pushing. And I should actually mark that in there, so if he's pushing, then we should be out of here soon. Yeah, it was a good busy evening earlier. Just a shame it died. Air Canada 1860, pushbacks approved, tail to the south and call ready for taxi. Didn't I already see him today? Oh, and here comes a third one now. Air Canada 7220 logged in. This is the other thing, is if you stay late, then you become the only ATC online, and then people start coming back to your airport again. But yeah, I have lost... I'm running out of time, really, anyway, so I need to go to bed before it gets too late, so... Air Canada 121 Heavy, the wind's Toronto 250 at 5, clear to land, runway 24 left. WestJet's pretty much giving me his best forward speed, 440 knots. He's not going to get much faster than that. Interesting, that's closed. Okay. I cleared someone to taxi down a closed taxiway. I didn't actually read that NOTAM. I read most of the NOTAMs, but I failed to read that one, so... Oh well. Can't win them all. All right, we got 2 airplanes pushed back at the same time. We're going to actually have a couple of things happen on 2-3, so that's good. WestJet 225, continue descent 12, 2000, Toronto altimeter 3010. We got a 4th airplane just appeared at the airport here. Oh, Legend 35 is back. He was here like an hour ago. Is he going around again? Because he's still doing 176 knots. This guy cannot seem to get to land on too far left. Roll the fire trucks. I think he went off the end. It disappeared off the network. KLM 86 Toronto. Information is Oscar, the altimeter 3010. Runway 23. Taxi out lane 5. Alpha Kilo. Alpha and Hotel. Hold short 23. WestJet 225. Proceed direct Davik, and you can cancel all the speed restrictions on the star. Let's see if he gets the hint and gets there fast. That's the hint. If I say all speed restrictions canceled, it means go there fast. Let's see if he picks up on it. We'll get this guy vectored around onto final, and I think we'll pull the plug then, because he's going to get there in about 10 minutes. Yeah, pretty much about 10 minutes. And then we'll pull the plug, just as the string approaches a 3-hour length. But I certainly hope it's been entertaining. I know quite a lot of people have watched here. So I hope it's been entertaining for everybody that chose to watch here. Air Canada 1860 Toronto, runway 23. Information is Oscar, the altimeter 3010. Taxi ahead on the apron onto Alpha Tango. Hold short of Alpha. Yeah, I'll be right back in a second. Air Canada 1860, behind that traffic just past your left to right, follow them up Alpha Hotel to hold short 2 tree. And somebody else called there, was that Legend 35? Okay, Legend 35, your readability is about 3 now. It's just very garbled, a little distorted for some reason. Runway 23, information is Oscar, the altimeter 3010. Taxi out Alpha Juliet, Alpha Hotel, hold short 2 tree. WestJet 225, descend 8000. Alright, got a little busy here. And then we got a text pilot here. Okay, 7220. Okay, that's what he's doing. Okay. KLM 86 Heavy Toronto, contact me once you're airborne. Winds 250 at Fife, clear for takeoff, runway 2 tree.
We'll contact you on airborne and clear for takeoff 23 KLM 86.
Air Canada 1860. Yeah, that's approved. In the future, just ask for it as soon as you start taxiing. It just lets us plan a little better. You can line up runway 23 via Quebec. Caution possible jet blast from the departing Dreamliner.
We'll caution the wait for the departing 78 here, and we'll line up 23 Quebec again.
Air Canada 7220, thank you. Sorry, I didn't notice you were receive only there. Your readback is correct information. Oscar's current. Push back and start up at your discretion and call when ready for taxi. Someone flying Air 2. I love it. Somebody logged in to fly Air 2. Okay, now I just gotta stick around for this. Yeah, sure. WestJet 1225 descend 6000. Correction, WestJet 225 descend 6000. KLM 86 identified, climb flight level 230. Air Canada 1860, affirmative, line up runway 23. Absolutely, always double check if you got a question. KLM 86 Heavy, turn left direct Saver on course.
Left direct saver on course, KLM 86.
WestJet 225, descend 4,000.
4,000,
Air Canada 1860, caution, possible wake turbulence from the departed Dreamliner ahead. The wind's 250 at 5. Call me airborne, clear takeoff, runway 23.
full call airborne, clear for takeoff 23 right, Air Canada 1860. I will caution away from the departing 780.
I guess technically Air 2 doesn't need to call me because Oshawa is uncontrolled at this time of night. Still be a pleasant courtesy to at least ask. Should be Air 1. Fun times. Those heavily laden CRJs need the full length for the departure for the CRJ. Laugh. Alright, 5 more minutes, guys, and then we're... Air Canada 1860, say passing altitude. Air Canada 1860, identified, climb 7,000. KLM 86 Heavy, continue climb, flight level 390. Air Canada 1860, turn left direct Oakville on course. WestJet 225, turn right heading 150. WestJet 225, continue the right turn heading 210 to intercept, cleared ILS, runway 23. Air Canada 1860, climb 15,000. KLM 86 Heavy, proceed direct Lorca. Everyone's just hovering there in the southwest corner of the zone there. Or Air 2, I should say. WestJet 225 Toronto, winds 250 at 5, clear to land, runway 23. Air Canada 1860, climb flight level 230. And that's pretty much it. We've got our departures away. They're en route. Our arrival has been cleared to land. Yeah, we're just about ready to pull the plug on this whole thing. So I just want to first of all just say thanks to everybody for watching that did watch. I know it's not always the most exciting thing to watch ATC because it just comes and it goes in waves. Sometimes it's exciting for a few minutes, and sometimes it just gets it gets a little bit boring because not much is happening, and really we're at the whims of the pilots on the VATSIM network, and that's one of the reasons why it's so important to provide good quality ATC as often as possible, because the better ATC you provide, the more pilots are going to try their best to fly to wherever it is you are. Especially if they see you online. So, and even if they don't see you online, they'll fly there more often because they think you're going to be on there. So, thank you to all the pilots who came out tonight, and I appreciate that. I had a lot of fun, and I hope you guys did too. It's just unfortunate that it does eventually kind of peter out in the evenings. It's gotten kind of quiet. We had a nice little rush right here just for this last few minutes, but that's pretty much it. So I'm just going to help I don't think we're even going to get a chance to see this WestJet guy to the ground here. I think at this point we're going to pull the plug. He knows how to get to the airport, and he should know how to taxi in from there. Yeah, I guess I can give him 2 more minutes of my time. I'll get him to the point where he gets off the runway. I'll give him his taxi instructions, and then he can go to the gate after that. But yeah, otherwise, I appreciate everybody who did watch. I appreciate everybody who was here as a controller or as a pilot tonight. It just it makes it lots of fun. This is probably one of the more it's just such an entertaining hobby. You just never know what you're going to end up seeing, who you're going to end up seeing. There's always all sorts of different combinations. It's never the same night twice when you're here on the VATSIM network. So that's one of the things I've always loved about it. It's never the same night twice. Air 2 Toronto, good evening. Air 2 Squawk 0540. And the Oshawa altimeter 3007. WestJet 225. I can't remember if I said it, but the wind's 250 at 7, clear to land 23. Air 2, thanks. Identified, and you're cleared into Class C airspace along the 401, and you said you're going to turn around at the 410? Air 2, Reg. There's always one more airplane in the VATSIM network too. The trouble is if you don't pick a line in the sand and log off when you say you're going to, there's always one more airplane shows up. Air Canada 1860, continue climb, flight level 300. Seemed to know what he's doing. Doesn't sound very confident on the radio, though. Not everyone always is. I'm not trying to be overly critical or anything. Air Canada 7220 Toronto, runway 23 information is now Papa, the altimeter 3008. Taxi out Alpha Lima, Alpha and Hotel to hold short of runway 23. WestJet 225, welcome to Toronto, left turn on Hotel 2 if you got it. Air Canada 7220, roger. And WestJet 225, welcome to Toronto. You continue left on Hotel Cross, runway 15 right. And do you have a gate assigned? At WestJet 225, did you say Terminal 1? Normally Terminal 3 for WestJet. WestJet 225, roger. Taxi Hotel Bravo and Alpha Juliet into the apron. Cross 15 right and 15 left. Your gate assignment for tonight is going to be Bravo 20, Bravo 20. You got it. Air Canada 1860, left my airspace to the south. Your radar service terminates and switch to en route frequency. Have a good night. No problem. Happy to be of service. Hope to see you again. And Air 2 Toronto. Unfortunately, I'm going to be shutting down now. There is one aircraft taxiing out at Pearson right now. Dreamliner's taxiing for departure runway 23. He'll probably be departing in about 3, 4, 5 minutes. So just keep an eye out for him. He'll be in a left turn out eastbound. Thanks. Switch to Unicom. Have a good night. And Air Canada 7220, I'm going to be closing down now. Traffic for you is a police helicopter. Air Canada 7220, are you familiar with Highway 401? Air Canada 7220, no problem. So the traffic's police helicopter. Right now it's about 15 miles east of Toronto. He's following a highway westbound. He will eventually pass south of the field, probably after you've departed. Just keep an eye out for him as you turn eastbound, but he should probably be below you. He's going to be 1500 or below all times. Air Canada 7220, over to Unicom. Have yourself a great night. Sorry I can't stick around, but hopefully I'll catch you next time. KLM 86 Heavy Toronto. Unfortunately closing down now, so you can also switch to the en route frequency. Have yourself a good rest of the night. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye. If anybody else is on Toronto Centre frequency still, switch to Unicom 122.8. Toronto Centre is closed, and a good night to all. And a good night to all of you watching out there in... Good night. And for all you guys watching out there, yeah, thank you so much for watching again. And I will see you guys all real soon. Stay safe and healthy out there, guys. Be careful and keep an eye on my Discord channel. I will have more. I'll have more posts of future live streams soon. So in the meantime, have a great night, guys.